It's been a wonderful week. This is the week of the anniversary of the 35th year of existence of the Creation Evidence Museum. 35 years as of yesterday, this week. What has happened in these 35 years? Wow. 11 years of global broadcast every week, 7 million viewers each week, and that's only the beginning. It was 1918 when the first human footprints were discovered along the banks and in the bed of the river, the Paluxy River. The first by Charlie Moss. Just before that, George Adams had discovered the tridactyl dinosaur footprints made by Acrocanthosaurus. He was playing hooky one day from school and he was swimming in the river and he discovered these tracks. That does not justify playing hooky. So he went back, told his teacher he'd found some huge chicken tracks. The teacher looked at them and he knew enough to say, these are dinosaur tracks. So George Adams made that discovery. When patriotic citizen Charlie Moss, who was a little short fellow, returned from World War I, in the recuperation, he went to his favorite place along the Paluxy River. He first discovered the original sauropod tracks. When Charlie Moss first discovered these big round tracks with the up-push and everything, and I'll in a moment let you know how important the weight distribution is. When he first discovered these tracks, Roland T. Byrd said, he was from the American Museum of Natural History, and he said, these belong to brontosaurs. Well, brontosaurs turned out to be a misnomer because they put the wrong skull on the wrong body, fossil body of the dinosaur. But that was only the beginning. Those tracks were reinterpreted through the years, and we've discovered a number of them on the McFall property. They were reinterpreted so that we say the dinosaur that made them was the dinosaur with a complex. He had no idea what his name was. They kept changing his name. His 5 names, and they finally realized what his real name was. The basic thing that brought me to Glenrose in 1982 was I was completing the Master's in Archaeology, and I referred to some paleontology that also involved human beings. Archaeology has to do with people, their civilizations, their progress, etc. Paleontology has to do with the fossil record, especially dinosaurs. The dinosaur at Glenrose has gone through history. The theropod, the three-toed dinosaur, is Acrocanthosaurus. But the sauropod, whose tracks are found here, the big round tracks, sauropod has gone through 5 different names. And what brought me to Glenrose was my mentor in the master's program said, if you're going to refer to the Glenrose evidence, you're going to have to direct an original excavation. Well, I gladly accepted that, flew down. I was president of a small college in East St. Louis, Illinois. Flew down and excavated 19 dinosaur footprints. Wow. Had a very good team, worked very hard. I tried to close the excavations. Charles Hiltebittle said, well, director, if you will show us what to do, moving all of this stone, we'll do it. Now that's a pretty good deal. I get to tell them what to do, they do the work. But it really doesn't turn out that way. But on paper, that's the way it looks. So they removed a slab of stone, and I said, all right, I'll show you men how to excavate carefully. Now those stones weigh a lot. Some of the stones weigh 2,500 pounds. One large stone that we removed by hand weighed 3 tons. How much weight is that? That's 6,000 pounds. 3 tons. Had to be done by hand. And under that, we find a hard pan, that's half limestone, half clay in chunks, and then under that, the clay, and under that, the print layer. So I showed them how to do that. I sat back, took quite a number of hours to accomplish that. Got near the back of that and I said, fellas, I need to get on an airplane and get back to St. Louis. And Charles Hiltebittle said, Director, you need to look at this protrusion. I glanced at it and said, well, that's probably just another dinosaur digit, and we'd already excavated to that point 19 dinosaur footprints. So far, we've excavated over 600 dinosaur footprints and documented them here at Glen Rose. That's probably a record, but we're not worried about records. In addition to that, had the privilege of discovering the first dinosaur directly associated with the footprints, the actual dinosaur, big Acrocanthosaurus. Mike was in on helping to excavate that. And from that, 18 more in Colorado. That's 19 dinosaurs altogether. We have them in jackets. We just don't have space to put them up.